All right, hello. So I am here with my mom today. We're sharing a yoga mat to talk a little bit about some yoga poses that you can do if you only have a few minutes, if you only have 5 minutes, that will offer you a sense of peace and connection with your heart, which I feel like is something that we could all use these days. So my mom is going to be my little student and demo person today because we're quarantined together. She didn't really have an option. And what we're going to do is butterfly pose. And I'm going to show you a few different variations of that pose that, again, you can do if you just have 2 minutes. You don't have to be a yogi. You don't ever have to have attended a yoga class. My mom has not, except for a couple of my own. So it's just something to offer you that space of peace and to journey within yourself. So to begin our butterfly pose, you're going to come to a seated position on the floor, preferably on a yoga mat if you have. And you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, and so that your knees begin to flop open to the sides towards the ground. So this might be perfectly comfortable for you. If it's not and you're feeling like you have to round your spine, like you can't get your spine fully upright, I recommend sitting on something. So if you happen to have blocks or a bolster, you can do that.
I can take a block though.
I was just explaining, but sure, you can grab a block if you'd like. So I happen to have yoga props, but if you don't have those, that's okay too. So you can see, I'm going to show it for a second since you're going to use it. So you'll just go ahead and lay this flat and sit on top of it. But if you don't have those things, you can use a folded blanket, you can use a pillow or 2 pillows stacked. Trying to think of anything else. Blankets, pillows, those are pretty much your go-tos. If you have books, you can use those as blocks. And this way it allows your spine to get a little bit taller because it creates some room in the hips.
Yeah.
Do you notice the difference?
Yes, I notice the difference, yeah.
So this is your first butterfly pose. And I invite you to bring your hands either to your knees or towards your ankles, whatever's most comfortable for you. And we're just going to close our eyes here. So this first variation of the pose is simply to tune in to yourself. When you start a yoga practice, you might be coming off of activity or noise or family in the house. And so it's nice to give yourself a few moments to begin to hear the sound of your breath. Allow your body to welcome in stillness. To welcome in quiet, and to begin to dive within yourself, journey inward. I like to start by taking a few deep, slow breaths in and out through the nose. And this steady breath will remind your body that all is well, that you're calm, as your body will follow the breath. And as you sit in your butterfly pose, maybe feel your sit bones and your feet rooted into the earth beneath you. As the crown of your head, your spine is along the crown of your head, reaches towards the sky. So feel yourself supported by the earth while your head reaches towards the heavens. And again, just breathe here. So you can hold this pose for as long as you like, and just breathe any breath you want. If you happen to be a yogi or someone who practices different forms of breath work, you can add that in. Otherwise, a slow, steady, even breath in and out through your nose is great. And again, this might be enough. Just sitting in your butterfly pose for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes might be enough of a practice to allow you to tune in. And then sort of just release any fears or tension that you're holding on to, and then just go about your day with a little bit more peace. We're going to just add on now, just for the sake of showing you what else is possible. So from here, we're going to do a forward fold. Forward folds are meant to be pacifying, calming to the body as they allow you to begin to journey inward. So from your butterfly pose, if you want to stay on the block, you can. If that becomes uncomfortable, you don't have to. You're just going to bring your hands towards the earth in front of you. If they reach, great. If they don't, that's okay too. So maybe this is the farthest extension of your forward fold in your butterfly. And that's perfectly okay. Acknowledge exactly where your body is and trust that that's where it's meant to be for today. If you feel called to and it feels comfortable, you can begin to walk your hands forward so that you come to have, keeping your spine long, so you come to fold within yourself, allowing your hands to go as far as you can with your spine still lengthened. And maybe from here, when you found that farthest expression, just go ahead and close your eyes. And once again, find your breath. So on your inhale, maybe you'll feel your spine lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And on your exhale, maybe you'll feel gravity take you a little bit deeper. So there's nothing you have to force here. We open in these poses simply by allowing as opposed to resisting or pushing anything. The other thing that I love about this pose is, especially when you're in the forward fold version of butterfly, is just imagining the energy of the pose itself. So when I'm in this pose, I like to think about the whole life cycle of a butterfly, how it begins as a caterpillar, and then that caterpillar actually binds itself into a cocoon, and so it goes into this period of darkness and uncertainty where its body and itself, as it has known itself, begins to transform dramatically. And so again, that's a space of darkness and unknown. Yet the caterpillar comes out of the cocoon, bursts through its own bindings into the light to become a butterfly. And so when I'm in this pose, I like to remember that I embody the butterfly energy too, and that power of transformation to go from that darkness to burst through my own bindings into the light is possible within me as well. So in your forward fold, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. On your inhale, you can gently walk your hands back up so you come to a straight spine in a seated position. If you want for a moment, because we've been in this butterfly for a while, if you want to just bring your knees in, shake out your legs, whatever you need to do. I'm going to show you 2 more iterations of this, and then you can go on your way. So when you're ready, you're going to take your butterfly again. So again, bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop open. In Sanskrit, this is also known as Baddha Konasana. Move your arm. Okay, so we're going to do a twist in butterfly. What I love about twists is that they're harmonizing to the body, so they create balance. So as your, maybe the top half of your body twists to the right, the bottom half goes to the left, you really have to focus on that center line. It draws you into connection with the center of your body. And they're also a great opportunity to let negativity go. So it's an opportunity to wring yourself out. So if you're carrying any tension, burdens, worry, anything that is not serving you, this is an opportunity to twist yourself free. So on your inhale, you're going to reach your arms overhead. And on your exhale, you're going to twist. So your right hand comes behind you. I'll turn to the side. Your right hand comes behind you like a kickstand onto your fingers. And your left hand comes to the outside of your right knee. And then you're going to try to gaze over your right shoulder. So use your left hand, press it into your knee to twist yourself a little bit deeper. And what you want to think about here is your spine again. So in every inhale, maybe you lengthen your spine, and exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. Giving yourself that opportunity to set yourself free, to wring yourself out of whatever no longer serves you. And then with every inhale, inviting in what it is that nourishes you. On your next inhale, come to center, arms rise overhead, and exhale, twist the other way. So your left hand comes behind your back, right behind your sacrum, right hand comes to the outside of your left knee, and as you gaze over, you gaze over your left shoulder. So again, inhale, lengthens your spine, exhale, maybe go a little bit deeper, and with every exhale, let go or soften into the release. So you continue to breathe in all of these poses. Don't hold your breath and add more tension. Just let it flow. Then inhale, reach your arms up back to the center, and then you can bring them down. So the last thing that we're gonna do, or I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna watch, is a restorative pose. So restorative yoga is restful. It's designed so that you don't have to, in theory, engage your muscles, that you allow your body to relax and fully open, soften into the pose. So this is going to be a reclined butterfly. And again, we're gonna use props, but if you don't have, yoga props, you can use things that you have at home. So I'm gonna use a bolster and possibly we'll use blocks. But if you don't have a bolster, again, you can use a pillow, maybe stack 2 pillows. And for blocks, I've been hearing people have been using books, cans of vegetables. I've heard even pasta boxes. I don't know if that's
You have
strong
to
enough.
use the bolster if you're, young and
You
in
don't.
shape.
Well, it's not about being young and in shape. It's about honoring your body no matter where it is. But you can also do this as more of a yin pose where you can lay flat on the floor with no bolster. But it's a little bit different. The yin pose is gonna open you. There's gonna be more of an opening in the hips. So to feel really supported, it's nice to have some pillows.
Oh, I'll need
underneath you.
a bolster.
No, I'm just saying.
If you do it with that one normally.
I don't, because we're getting into a different topic that I didn't expect. It's not about whether you are old or young, and so therefore you need the props. It's about a different style of yoga. So restorative, you typically use the bolster because it allows you to soften more deeply into the pose and feel supported. But again, if you don't even have the pillows, you can simply do this on your back. Or you can put some blankets under you, find what feels good. So I'm gonna just go grab our stuff over here. Okay, so I'm going to set this up. So you're gonna sit your bolster, your pillows up long ways on your mat. Bring your low back to the edge of the pillows or the bolster, and then she's gonna go ahead and lie down backwards on top of the bolster. So you're gonna now bring your feet into that butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet come together and the knees flop open. Now, I clearly take off after her because her hips look pretty open as mine typically are. However, if they're not, and this is not comfortable for you, I'm just gonna show you as an example. You can take a pillow, like a smaller pillow, some folded blankets, again, books, and you can put them under the knee. So this way, if your legs don't feel like they can flop all the way open, it might be more comfortable to be supported on both sides with the blocks. Do you want that there, or should I take it?
No.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, as you're gonna put your hands on the sides of your body on the floor. So if your elbows, you can bend your arms so your elbows rest on the floor. And whatever's more comfortable for you, either palms face up to receive, or they can be down towards the earth if you want a little bit more grounding and connection to the earth. And when you're in this pose, and I encourage you to take it for a few minutes if you're going to do it at home by yourself to really get the full effects and allow it to integrate into your body. Restorative poses are typically held for at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just begin by, again, just noticing your breath and tuning into your breath, maybe hearing your breath and letting it be your music for a moment. And then to go ahead and just begin to notice the sensations in your body, or connect your body by feeling all the places where your body touches the earth or the bolster or the pillows beneath you. Just begin to make that connection, to feel your feet on the earth, to feel your hips being supported by the earth beneath you held, the back of your heart, your elbows and hands, and even surrendering your head to the blanket or whatever is beneath you. And with it too, surrender your thinking mind. This is a heart-opening pose, so we don't need our thinking mind right now. We want to lead with our heart. And just begin to feel the weight of your body against the earth, knowing that the earth can hold you. So in this moment, there is nothing you have to hold up and nothing you have to do, but simply allow the earth to carry you. Maybe as you're in this pose, you use your breath to facilitate a sense of release. So with every exhale, maybe you send all that stuff that you don't need, whether it's tension or worry or anything else that you've been carrying that's not yours, and you feel it moving from your body on the exhale into the floor and through the floor all the way into the core of the earth. Like you have roots extending from your body into the earth, and you're sending those things that you don't need into the earth to be transformed. And on every inhale, use your roots to draw up from the earth whatever it is that nourishes you, whatever it is that feeds your heart, that feels loving and kind and gentle to you. Whatever it is that you're needing in that moment: joy, faith, peace, trust. And like I said, this is a heart-opening pose. Your shoulders press into the bolsters. They just gently draw back, almost letting the force of gravity take them backwards. And so as you're here, you might want to bring your awareness to your heart center. And as you do, with your eyes closed, begin to picture a radiant light in the center of your heart, maybe a green light, because green is the color associated with the heart energy center. And with each breath you take, that green light grows bigger and bigger, as if it's sending out these circles of your own frequency, your fragrance, if you will, your essence. And as you see this green light extend from your body outwards, trust that it's okay to fully express who you are, the truth of who you are and your full expression, that we need your heart's wisdom. We need you exactly as you are in this world. And I've been talking through this, but if you're doing this on your own, I recommend trying to do it in silence. Allowing yourself to truly be inside presence, inside this moment. Again, you can stay here for as long as you'd like. I'm going to bring you back if you're with me. Hold on, I didn't tell you to move yet. But again, you can stay as long as you'd like. So as you finish up this pose, when you're getting ready to move again, you want to welcome the world back in, because you sort of dive into your own space. So you want to welcome the world back in slowly, to really find yourself back where you are, find your center, and integrate the experience that you just had. So I invite you to, as you're ready to leave the pose, just deepen your breath. Sometimes during the pose, the breath sort of falls into the background, which is perfectly natural and okay. So begin by bringing awareness back to your body and the space you're in by deepening your breath. So again, those deep, slow, and steady inhales and exhales. And then you're going to want to bring movement back to the smallest parts of your body. So maybe you want to wiggle your feet, your fingers, your toes. And then bring your hands to the outsides of your knees or wherever they reach on your thighs. Outside. So you're going to use them to bring your knees together so that your soles of your feet are flat on the floor, your knees are bent, and allow your palms to face down on the earth beside you. And with your eyes still closed, you can gently press yourself up to a seated position. So with your legs crossed again, you'll come up into that comfortable seat with your eyes still closed. And then you'll bring your hand, in a weird position now. You'll bring your hands to your knees. And maybe if you're comfortable, you can bring your palms facing up. When you have them up, it's showing that you're welcome, you're open, you're here to receive, and just find that center again. So you'll feel your sit bones on the earth. Maybe you roll your shoulders up and back to feel your shoulders directly over your hips. And once again, take a few slow, steady, even breaths in and out through your nose. And maybe you just begin to notice how you feel. Do you feel different than when you started the practice? And you don't have to judge it, doesn't have to be better or worse, just notice anything that's different.
Very relaxed.
And if you're feeling relaxed, breathe into that peace. And trust that all it takes is a few moments, and that anyone can invite in this connection to your heart. And then you could continue on with a practice of yours if you have a yoga practice or anything else, or you can just go ahead and get up and hopefully do your best to carry that peace with you. And if you're feeling moments throughout your day of whatever it might be, uncertainty, stress, fear, that for just a moment you can close your eyes and recall that feeling you had when you were in your pose on your mat before. And just bring it back into your body, take a full breath into it, and feel it again, and then go back, knowing that it's always with you. So we sometimes feel like we've lost it throughout the day, but know that that energy is always within you. And we celebrate the butterflies today.
Thank you, Sweetie.
Thank you. And thank you all for joining us for Mother and Me Yoga. Till next time.